It's do or die between two of the ANZ Championship heavyweights as the Magic and Thunderbirds face off in the minor semi-final. The visitors at their best have been devastating this season, but it's been a topsy-turvy season for the girls from Adelaide. The Magic is the form side of the competition and will be looking for their 10th win in a row to keep their season and hopes of winning their first title alive. The equation is simple. Win and you live to fight another day. Lose and it's all over. It all goes on the line right here, right now on your home of netball, Sky Sport.
Yes, the playoffs are well and truly among us. There are no more second chances in the ANZ Champs in 2012 as the Magic gear up to host the visiting Adelaide Thunderbirds as both franchises fight to stay alive here in 2012. A capacity crowd has turned out here to the Claudelands Arena, gearing up for something very special this evening. Hi there and thanks for joining us, netball fans. Sit back and enjoy the ride. We're expecting things to go quite fast and feisty here on Sky Sport. Joining me for this one is former Silver Fern captain Anna Stanley. And Annie, judging by what happened just 2 weeks ago in Tauranga, surely the Magic are in the box seat.
You'd have to say they take a huge amount of confidence from that 17-goal win over the Thunderbirds a few weeks back. But probably the most confidence they can take coming into this game tonight is the fact that they have won 9 games on the trot. So they are certainly playing with form, but both these sides out on court tonight are the most experienced teams in terms of playing finals netball, so they know what it's like to play under pressure. We won't talk about the fact that the Thunderbirds have a better record than the Magic when it comes to finals netball, but you know, when it comes to finals, anything can happen on the day.
What's impressed you about the Thunderbirds in 2012?
Look, I think they are very clinical when they let the ball go. I look back to round 4 when they came up against the Mystics. It was like an international test match. When they let the ball go, they don't make very many errors. They are slick. And look at the games they've won this year. You know, a few of them, they have thrashed teams by 20, 30 goals. And that tells me that when they're ahead, they know how to put the foot down.
This is the second game to be played this weekend. Facebook fans, we'd like you to get online, let us know what you think of the match and also possibly contribute to Netball Zone following this match. Yesterday, the Vixens secured a place in the grand final, defeating the Mystics by 6 goals. And of course, the Mystics head home to Auckland to take on the winner of this clash between the Magic and the Thunderbirds. And let me quickly, first of all, refer to yesterday's match. What happened to the Mystics? Were the Vixens too good, or did the Mystics just play not very well?
I think, look, the Mystics came out in that first half and played well. I think at half-time, the Vixens sat down and really had a good talking to themselves and came out a completely different side. I thought Mentor got the better of Latu. We haven't seen Latu have many bad performances this year. She probably had one that she'd quite quickly like to forget. And down the other end, Tegan Cordwell was in fine form for the Vixens. But I guess the biggest thing, those Aussies, you know what they're like. They know when it had to count, yeah, because you are one, when it had to count, they put their foot down.
Magic fans have been both tormented and rewarded in 2012 in a season that has ended good, started bad and got a little bit ugly in between.
The 2012 season couldn't have begun any worse for the Magic with a stunning upset at the hands of the Steel in Invercargill. Things didn't get any better for the Magic with losses to the Mystics, Swifts and Vixens, leaving them with a record of none from 4 after 4 rounds. The Magic scrapped to their first win in round 5 with a win over the Tactics in Christchurch. The Magic strung together another 5 wins on the run before taking on the ladder-leading Mystics in round 12. The Magic turned in one of their most complete performances of the season, downing their northern neighbours by 2 goals. Still not guaranteed a semi-finals position entering the last 2 rounds, the Magic demolished the Thunderbirds by 17 goals. After an emphatic 10-goal win over the defending champion Queensland Firebirds, they remained the only side to have made the semi-finals in every season of the ANZ Championship.
We spoke to Casey Williams a few weeks ago on Netball Zone, and she said after that 4th defeat at the hands of the Mystics by 1 goal, she went to bed that night in Melbourne and she said to herself, our season is done and dusted. Did you share her sentiments, Annie?
Well, after they lost that 4th game, I was like, you know, the Magic are going to start slowly in this ANZ Champs, but they are going to come through, and once they win, they are not going to stop winning, and look at what has happened. But look, you've got to give this Magic outfit a huge amount of credit. After rounds 3 and 4, they were sitting at the bottom of the table. It took them till round 12 to hit the top 4, but 9 straight wins. They are the team with the form.
So has it just been about attitude for the Magic?
I think once they started to win, they had a certain amount of belief in themselves that they could win. All of them had to seriously look at themselves individually and as a team. They've all been challenged. Nolene Tarua, as a coach, has been challenged. And I think some key players, Nauipu has stepped up in that goal attack position. They've consolidated in that wing attack with Kaya Watts and Eli Shadrock at wing defence, and I think that's certainly helped this outfit.
Time to take a look at the Adelaide Thunderbirds' road to the semi-finals in 2012.
A pre-season title favourite, the Thunderbirds started the season in style with 2 massive wins over the Swifts and defending champions the Firebirds, making an early statement of their intentions. The Thunderbirds' nemesis, the Melbourne Vixens, handed them a drubbing in round 3, suffering a heavy 14-goal loss. A round 4 trip across the ditch and a stunning 2-goal win over the Mystics in Auckland put the Thunderbirds' season back on track. Another disappointing loss to the Vixens immediately following the bye was quickly followed by a second win over the Firebirds and a total dismantling of the Swifts in one of the most complete performances of any side this season. Sitting pretty at the top of the ladder after round 12, the Thunderbirds were totally destroyed by the Magic, suffering a 17-goal loss, their biggest of the season. The Thunderbirds rounded out their season with a comfortable home win against the Tactics, qualifying for their 4th ANZ Championship Finals campaign.
It all began pre-season for the Thunderbirds with their recruitment campaign, didn't it?
Yeah, they recruited really well, and that comes down to Jane Woodlands-Thompson. She's one of the most experienced coaches in this ANZ Championship. She's been the coach since 2008, recruited Borrego in 2010, and I think since then they've really created a game plan around her. And with the acquisition of the Vixens, Renee Hallinan, and Swifts, Rebecca Bully, they have certainly strengthened that defensive end for the Thunderbirds.
So what have they learned in the past 2 weeks that can help them in this match this evening against the Magic?
I think what they've learned since last time they played the Magic, when you look at that game, the Magic defence and Casey Williams and Liana De Bruin really kept Borrego out of the game. So, you know, Borrego's got to mix it up a bit today because she's got a tough ask against 2 defenders that are really in form.
Let's find out if there's any surprises from Adelaide this evening with their lineup.
Well, no surprises in the shooting end. Carla Borrego, one of the most prolific shooters in the competition, starts in at goal shoot, and she pairs up with Erin Bell in at goal attack. Co-captain Natalie von Berto gets the start in at centre with Emily Beaton at wing attack and Renee Hallinan in at wing defence. And down the defensive end, the aggressive, the hungry Shani Layton in at goal keep with Rebecca Bully in at goal defence. I can't imagine Woodlands-Thompson will turn to her bench. The 7 have been performing for her throughout the year. Let's now hear from her. She is with Jenny Woods.
Well, Jane, Carla Borrego is your big strike weapon, but she's up against 2 defenders who gobble up high ball tonight. What's the strategy?
We've changed things a little bit down there, so have a look for Carla being on the move a little bit more than usual.
And tell me, Nat von Berto carrying a fractured finger, will she be able to take full part?
Well, she's trained with one arm for the last 2 weeks, but never underestimate Nat. She's told us she's 100%, and I really believe her.
Well, it's a full house. Enjoy.
Thanks, Jen.
Natalie von Berto was uncharacteristically anonymous a couple of weeks ago in Tauranga. She needs to play strong if they're to win tonight, Annie.
Yeah, look, she's the most experienced player in this Thunderbirds outfit. Playing with a fractured finger here tonight, she is the go-to girl for this Thunderbirds team, but she has a tough ask on, you'd have to say, Laura Langman, who has been in outstanding form, and the last time these 2 players played, she certainly got the better of von Berto.
Anna Stanley, I just love watching Shani Layton play netball.
I don't mind watching her either. You'd have to say she is one of the most tenacious defenders you will find. So really important, the Magic attackers need to take their feet to the ball. If they don't, this young lady here, Shani Layton, she loves to attack, she's aggressive, she goes for ball outside the circle, so the attackers really need to punch into it.
Nolene Tarua has stuck with her starting 7 over the past 10 weeks. We're not expecting any surprises, although stranger things have happened in the ANZ Champs. Let's take a look at the Magic lineup.
Oh, you can guarantee she'll start with the 40-year-old Irene Van Dyke in at goal shoot with Juliana Nauipu in at goal attack. In the mid-court, the Magic Maestro centre, Laura Langman, starts in the middle with Kyo Watts at wing attack and Eli Shadrock in at wing defence. And down the defensive end, it doesn't get much more menacing than this. The birthday girl, 35 today, Liana De Bruin in at goal keep with the brilliant Casey Williams in at goal defence. Off the bench, we saw Waitapu come on last week in the last quarter, but I'd imagine Nolene Tarua, similar to Jane Woodlands-Thompson, will stick with the 7 out on court. Let's now hear from her. She's with Jenny Woods.
Nolan, you had that big 17-goal win against the side a couple of weeks ago. Is that a worry tonight that there could be complacency?
No, definitely not. You know, a lot happens in 1 week, a lot happens in one day, and it's all over and done with, and it's a whole clean slate for both teams.
And how different now? You've done with round robin. This is finals netball. How different is it?
You know, there's a lot of things that has worked well for us, but we know we've got to make it happen and go out there and prove that to ourselves. But, you know, we're thankful for getting ourselves here. Now it's just pushing on.
Well, Claudelands is a sellout. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Liana de Bruin stands at 1.9 metres. She's really formed a formidable duo with Casey Williams.
Yeah, she has. Let's not forget, she was the MVP for the Steel last year. She has played for the Magic before and obviously has played with Casey Williams in the Silver Ferns, but she's come back to this Magic franchise and she has been certainly in fine form, playing some of her best netball, as is Irene van Dijk, her mate down the other end of the court.
And her mate down the other end of the court, Juliana Naopu, one of 5 players named as the best young player in 2012. She's really deserved that nomination.
Yeah, she has, and I think it's because this year Naopu is actually getting 60-minute games in that goal attack bib. In the past, we've seen her come on and off, and I think, you know, she's really showing, telling Nolene Taurua, hey, keep me on the court, and she's been playing consistent netball. The key tonight is, can she do it in a semi-final under pressure for 60 minutes?
Defensively for the Magic, neither of those two defenders in the top 10 for penalties. It is a more disciplined Magic in 2012.
Yeah, it is, and I think we've seen that over the last few weeks. They're a lot more clinical, they're patient with the ball, and that's one of the reasons why they've been winning on the trot. We've seen a Magic that have really had to look at themselves hard and think, well, how are we going to keep winning? And it's ball retention, and it's you know, getting clean ball on D.
What happens if either of these two coaches have to turn to their bench? Is there a more side with better depth, and would it be the Adelaide Thunderbirds?
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry. Look, the Magic, I think, they've got Jess Tuki on the bench, they've got Waitapu who's come on, and with the Aussies, you always know one Aussie comes off the court and one on the bench is just as good. So they've got depth, but I don't think either of the coaches will be using it tonight.
Do you think the Adelaide Thunderbirds will be a better side than what they were 2 weeks ago in Tauranga?
Absolutely. I think as a player and as a team, you reflect a lot more from your losses. They'll be fired up. I said earlier that, you know, they are experienced when it comes to finals netball, and you know what Aussies are like. They know they can turn around a loss into a win. So tonight it's going to be a big one.
The Magic continues to carry the hearts of thousands of netball fans all over the country. Just 2 weeks ago, the Magic beat the Adelaide Thunderbirds by 17 goals. 2 years ago, it was the Thunderbirds that beat the Magic in the grand final. There is no love lost between these two sides out on court. Welcome to semi-final netball on Sky Sport. With the call this evening, former Australian captain Catherine Harvey-Williams teams up with Jenny Woods.
For one of these teams, there are just 60 minutes remaining in the 2012 season. Welcome to the sudden death semi-final between the Waikato Bay of Plenty Magic and the Adelaide Thunderbirds at Hamilton's Claudelands Arena. And both the Magic and the Thunderbirds have been here plenty of times before. They've played more ANZ Championship finals than any other teams. But for the Magic, the record in the playoffs isn't pretty reading. 3 wins from 10. For the Thunderbirds, it's 5 from 7. And of course, one of those wins includes the grand final of 2010. But the team from Adelaide, they do come here a little on the back foot, thumped by the Magic by 17 goals a fortnight ago. But Catherine, this is completely different tonight, isn't it?
Jenny, you say that they're on the back foot, but I don't think that they are. I think that loss 2 weeks ago actually works in their favour because they've got a culture of success, and they were very disappointed with that effort 2 weeks ago, and an Aussie side does not come out 2 weeks later and put in the same performance. So I'm expecting much better things from the Thunderbirds here this evening.
And a very wily coach in the form of Jane Woodlands-Thompson. She said they've changed things, they've got a slightly different strategy, and I bet they have. Here come the Magic, and these starting 7 who have served Nolene Taurua so well in the latter stages of this competition. And they've got 9 in a row, Catherine. Can they do 10?
They can. There's nothing better than coming into a final series in form and with a lot of confidence, and obviously that's what the Magic have. They don't have a great finals record. I'm sure they have addressed that, and I expect that they'll put in a terrific performance here tonight.
And of course, because it's finals, we have an umpire from each side of the Tasman. Mandy Nottingham on your left, Rachel Eyre on the right of your screen. And here comes Georgia Rose. She's just 4.5. Her favourite player, there's one of them, Laura Langman. and Juliana Naupu is the other one. So big night for Georgia and a big night for these two teams. Semi-final netball underway in Broadlands, and it starts with a bang.
It's almost like Shani Layton predicted that one, Jenny. She was off like a rocket.
From memory, the Thunderbirds got off to a slow start in that game 2 weeks ago. They won't want a repeat of that.
Magic defenders doubling on Borrego. She's certainly the danger player. They'll force Bell to do a lot of the shooting tonight.
Beaton, waiting. Casey Williams brilliantly through. And that was the reward from the combined defensive pressure. Now it's the Magic's turn to go backwards.
Some tight one-on-one defence coming from the Thunderbirds. The Magic nice and patient.
Ko Watts on the edge of the circle. South Australian girl. That's a good start for Naupu. Here's the work of Williams.
Not enough on it from Beaton, but well read by Williams. She's certainly been in outstanding form the last month or so.
And that was a great look from Naupu. Straight on in.
It's a start you want in a semi-final.
And Catherine, that's a combination that's built throughout the season, isn't it, between Naupu and Van Dyke? It wasn't always there last year. This year, much better.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the reason that the Magic have been so successful in recent times is because the second tier have lifted. The likes of Naupu, Watts, Shadrock.
Thunderbirds on the board. Naupu wanted it. Van Dyke won't want to shoot from there. How significant is it, Catherine? I mean, it's just plain and simple measurement that Van Dyke just has those few more centimetres in that circle.
And also it's the release. That give by Watts was spot on. As close as you may be to Van Dyke, there's nothing you can do if the accuracy is there.
And that was good work from the Thunderbirds. De Bruyn went left. Borrego just had to pop out and grab it. Oh, not enough on that ball. Good take, Beck Bully. Turnover in favour of the Thunderbirds.
Really struggling to penetrate here. It's good defence by the Magic, blocking up the spaces.
Jane Woodlands-Thompson saying you can expect more movement from Borrego tonight.
Let's watch her delivery though. Borrego for a goal shoot actually makes a lot of errors. Something she can't afford to do against the Magic.
Van Burdo. That's terrific pressure from the Magic.
Bell needs to go to the post. The more you pass the ball around, the more opportunity there is for the opposition.
Obstruction, goal attack. Vantage obstruction, goal attack.
Layton went out hunting. Capacity crowd here at Claudelands Arena, around 4,000.
Borrego coming to the ball a lot more than she usually does. Obviously, that's part of the strategy that Woodlands-Thompson was talking about.
Great rebound, Carla Borrego. De Bruyn's timing just not on. An awkward take for Van Dyke, and good pressure on the transverse line from Erin Bell. Every ball contested.
It's no tomorrow, so it's not a surprise.
Unfortunate for the Magic, they've got the ball in.
Yes, those calls are really annoying when you find better position.
Just over 5 minutes gone in the minor semi-final. Magic leading the Thunderbirds 6-3, and there's a call, contact against Beaton. Opportunity here for the Magic just to extend that lead.
They certainly look the more confident side at the moment. The likes of Watts and Nauupu have started very strongly.
Terrific contesting in this third.
Watts in everything, Helen giving her way too much room.
Magic see the pass to come. Terrific guard, Renee Hallinan, but straight back to Watts. Yeah, misjudgment from Casey Williams. Offside and advanced. Umpire Nottingham deemed she bashed that ball away.
Not sure it was that bad. Yeah, strong take, Borrego going to the ball. It's obviously the instruction.
Strong hands from Borrego. That was a pretty good whack that DeBrade had on it. Nice clear instruction from the umpire. Nothing wrong with the distance. It was the arms going up first that was the problem. Thunderbirds close it to just 2.
So they're the sorts of balls I was talking about. And she doesn't get her hands on the ball much in terms of having to execute it to her teammate. But just too many crucial errors.
And you can see that heavily taped right hand little finger of Humberto.
Construction wing attack.
Very painful broken fingers.
Vantage contact wing. Contact wing defense.
She's up again. And what a fabulous angle on that. Van Dijk having the balance and the presence of mind to offload. That's 40 years of experience. Halfway mark, first quarter, 10-5. Magic lead.
Wing attack, sorry. With the wing attack.
And I'm sure they will have learnt from the Northern Mystics experience last night in Melbourne that 5-goal leads early in the game can count for nothing.
That is offside, wing defense.
Look at that, they're trying to reduce the amount of high ball to Borrego. She's coming forward to the ball, which is uncharacteristic for this Thunderbirds side. Good coaching move.
Magic slowly making headway. Humberto through like a rocket.
Oh, she's killing them in there.
Van Dijk taking Shani Layton this way, then that. There's one very interested spectator. Silver Ferns coach Wai Tomonu with her fellow selector Gail Nagai. And you can see the hand slaps from the Magic.
Nat Von Berto just calling a timeout so that her side can regroup. Magic off to fly. I think their attacking end particularly is moving the ball extremely quickly. Now Upu's on song. The feeds into Van Dijk are brilliant.
Which is their outside usually. Yeah? I reckon we can... Oh, yeah. If it opens up, yeah. Let's attack her.
Because we're getting a few tips. Just keep coming through, because if you're on it, they hesitate, they're waiting for them to drop back, or they're looking for elbows. So don't concede, just keep going through. Just make sure you go through cleanly. Right. Good movement in there. Good movement in there. When you're one-on-one, just stand up a little bit taller so you've got that target. All right, keep going, just keep going. We're not far, we're not far. I think it's going to open up as well, but we're a bit too anxious to get it away. Yeah, something will open up. Okay, keep going. Don't look at the board. Let's get some goals on the board. Come on, girls.
Yeah, good fighting talk from the Thunderbird huddle. Let's get some goals on the board. They need them at the moment. Magic have scored the last 4. They lead 11-5. And that was great guard by Leighton on Van Dijk. Tried the dodge. Couldn't get away from it. Look at the battle between these two. Oh, it just fell into Leighton's hands. Good defense.
They're the intercepts you like. I just wonder why Borrego got rid of that one. She was relatively close to the post.
Sorry, goal defence. Your back arm. Beside the goal defence.
You have to be there to get them, though. Oh, Williams blocking Von Berto. Heavy body clash.
Keeper contact. With the keeper.
De Bruyne now called. Long shot for Bell. She's up to it. So 2 in a row for the Thunderbirds.
Those obstruction, clear.
Good drive, Shadrock. Now, Upu's work rate's been phenomenal so far. It's an area of her game she's really improved.
I'm sure Catherine should be one player in particular who Waimarama Tomonu will be looking at.
Yeah, she'll be pleased.
Is that the Bolero?
She'll be pleased with those stats. 6 from 6 now, Upu. The equivalent to Van Dijk, so sharing the load.
So not a miss from the Magic so far. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 12-7.
That is contact, centre.
Through the hands of Borrego.
That's pressure from everybody, resulted in that turnover.
And Langman having to go sideways. And good pressure now from the Thunderbirds.
Or should have been 2-on-1 in the circle, but Bell stayed out.
Oh, Langman went hunting for that too late.
Let's get the feeling that Von Berto is hampered by that fractured finger.
Oh, the back from De Bruyne, but called back.
That is offside, centre.
And look at that from Casey Williams. Stood her ground. Leighton and Van Dijk doing rounds of the shooting circle.
Yeah, she just got eyes for Van Dijk, only has Watts.
So watch that. The arm went up.
Line ball.
Vantage break, goal attack. Vantage.
Watts has got that feed, pitch perfect. And Irene van Dijk likes it. So will this big crowd at Claudelands.
Yeah, they're running to the pockets a lot, the Thunderbirds, and the Magic have gone hunting. They have come to play this home side.
Not everything's going perfectly.
Williams out of position, so they need to take advantage of it, and they do.
That's a shocker. Is that pressure? That is pressure, isn't it, Catherine?
Yeah, she doesn't often shoot a poor game. Shoots in the mid-80s. Currently sitting at 57% Borrego, 4 from 7. Oh, that's a long ball in terms of seconds.
And it's certainly at times in the last several games, Magic have had a few long 3 seconds, some would say.
And a dodge, doing it every time, Van Dijk, and Leighton has got no idea.
And they'll want another one here, the Magic. And you can see Shani Leighton firing up. She'll be disappointed.
They need to change it up in that defensive circle, the Thunderbirds. They're getting annihilated at the moment.
There's the whistle for the end of the first quarter at Claudelands. A very good first quarter for the home side. In fact, it's not quite over. There was an indiscretion, and now it is all over. That was an important final pass we needed. So there it is, the end of the first quarter. It's the Magic leading the Thunderbirds 15-7.
Meet Steve Townsend. He's battled some of the biggest, most dangerous fish in the world. Now he's going deep into the Amazon to remote and unfished waters.
We're going to be the only people who have ever gone up here.
Who knows what fish he'll find and what dangers he'll face? Expedition Amazonia, Thursday, new on 1.
No AFL team is complete without its captain, and the best way to score all the 2012 AFL captain cards is with Weet-Bix. Purchase 2 750-gram boxes, then head online to choose your free captain card pack.
It's on the Just Fitness mid-year clearance. There's up to 60% off store-wide. The Ignite treadmill now only $2.99. That's half price. Wow, the Mustang treadmill now $9.99 with free amp glider worth $2.99. Bikes, rowers, benches, all $99 each. See a Just Fitness store or shop online.
Did you know that health experts recommend 4 to 5 serves of grain-based foods every day, which is why I enjoy San Remo pasta as part of my diet. Find out more about the benefits of pasta at sanremo.com.au, because we all want the best for our family.
Meet Steve Townsend. He'll be going deep into the Amazon to battle some of its biggest and most dangerous fish. Thursday, new on 1. One's telecast of the 2012 ANZ Netball Championship, proudly brought to you by ANZ Junior Club of the Week. Nominate your club today. Swiss. Tired? Stressed? You'll feel better on Swiss. San Remo, official pasta of the ANZ Championship. Jason Betting. No one's tougher than Jason. And Telstra, proud to connect you to all the netball action.
At the moment, we're looking for the screens in here, but it's taking us a bit of time for it to connect. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to set up the screens faster so that when these guys get the ball, they can offload. At the moment, you're waiting, and then you're going into it. This one's on there, and then we've got to reset. Yeah? But in saying that, I reckon, in saying that, if they're going to do the screens, all
defensively, all right? The full court pressure down is great. We're going for the first ball, sticking to the plan there. We just need to be a little bit more confident that any tip must be a collect for us, okay? So that's okay. But we've got to score, all right? We have to score. If we get it in the circle, Carla, you've got to turn to the post, put them all back, put your shot up. You're good enough to get those. We must score once we get it halfway in or close. It doesn't come out again, all right? So let's pick it up.
So, Catherine, that's a very clear message, isn't it, from Woodlands Thompson?
And so correct. Only 4 attempts the difference, but it's the shooting percentage that's killing them. 100% to the Magic, 64 to the Thunderbirds. The penalty is much greater to the Thunderbirds, but that's because they're in chase mode. But they're just being beaten by a better side at the moment, a side that is happy to let the ball go into their shooters and they turn and go to the post, which is what the Thunderbirds coach wants from her side.
And that's what it's all about, the ANZ Trophy. Second quarter underway, 15-7. The Magic lead the Thunderbirds.
And Jenny, there are changes. The Thunderbirds have swapped Bully and Leighton. So those great stats from the Magic attacking duo of Van Dijk and Nauipu has forced a change down there in that defensive end.
They certainly had to do something, both Nauipu and Van Dijk, right on top of their opponents.
Catherine, that's an interesting change. We're not used to seeing Beck Bully terribly much at goalkeeper.
No, but she has played there before. She's not as tall as Leighton, but they can switch if they need to. But it's just the fact that Van Dijk was beating Leighton on the dodge and in every other facet of the game.
There's the first miss for Nauipu and the Magic. And contact follows.
There's not a lot of flow for the Thunderbirds around this transverse line. They're really struggling to penetrate, but that's because it's such good defence from Nauipu and Watts helping out her fellow defenders.
And De Bruyn getting that first tip, but then contacting. Borrego so strong under the basket. So this is a good start to the second quarter for the Thunderbirds.
So well together, De Bruyn and Williams. They are absolutely on song.
And the leap that Langman takes as she grabs that ball. Hallinan stood her ground. That's loose, though, from the Magic. Now, I want to put a stop to errors like that. Pressure from either sides, forcing basic errors.
Centre holding, goal third.
It's well down the court. Renee Hallinan hanging on to Langman.
She's not enjoying the attention from Hallinan.
That's what Hallinan's out there to do. In the Magic goal. Oh, that was a gimme. But great chasing by Watts.
Oh, that looked unlucky. God, she's in good form, though. It's the best game I've seen her play so far.
It was 2-on-1, and she was the one who just missed out. Nice drive by Borrego.
Well read by Bully. Look at this chase. No, you can't quite see that.
Oh, Borrego in space.
She just doesn't look confident on the shot, Borrego. She is their key player, so she's got to start landing these.
But she's certainly getting a lot of rebounds. A quick release.
It's a gutsy pass.
Emily Beaton, that was beautiful.
Yeah, oh, brilliant. He had to go for it, sitting up. This is where they struggle, the T-Birds. Good forward movement by Beaton.
The brain called out. The crowd thinking that might have been a bit long. But it all counts. 18-13. Magic have had that sizable lead reduced, but it's still 5. Oh, great pressure again. Emily Beaton.
They're just hanging in there, aren't they, the Thunderbirds? Not doing anything all that well, but just making the most of some of the errors that the Magic are making in this second quarter.
And it's little tips, little deflections like that. Just shows this Magic side can't relax. Thunderbirds pass to come. Oh, Erin Bell, clever. Just got her foot into the centre third.
Starting to come into the game a bit more, Borrego.
Oh, fabulous rebound over the top of Williams.
That is brilliant, nice and clean.
The Thunderbirds have scored the last 3.
That's a Thunderbirds ball. Things are starting to turn here.
Yeah, this is a real momentum shift. Testing times for the Magic now.
And Beaton becoming a lot more confident now, letting the ball go.
So they've seen an 8-goal lead go to 2, with the likelihood of another.
Yeah, really dominating now.
So look at this, Kat, what a turnaround.
I really thought the Thunderbirds were gone, even at this early stage of the match, Jenny. They looked behind the 8 ball and the Magic just looked so confident. But the Thunderbirds would have taken some heart from the Vixens yesterday. They looked gone in that first half and they overpowered their opponents, the Mystics.
And boy, did the Magic ever need that. Their 3rd goal of the quarter. One back for Nobu.
That's a fine effort from the goal attack.
Borrego just wanders through the midcourt.
Holding, wing attack. Sorry, wing defense. I beg your pardon.
She knew it was short. You could hear the call.
I've got to say the change in the defensive end for the Thunderbirds has worked for them. They're not being exposed as much.
One step forward, goal shooter. One step. Just there. Just there.
Beaton's certainly come into the game a lot more in this second quarter, opening it up for her shooters.
Williams gets one. And this game suddenly has become so tight.
Yeah, it's good defence, helped by Bell and Beaton, hands over the ball. Leighton's really made a difference in our who's certainly shut her out of the game. Yeah, too good.
Nobu was never going to get that off the back of
one. Still went for it. It's working for them, though.
To just one goal. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. And what a different quarter the second quarter's been.
4 goals, 11. That's incredible.
Blaine was on her way out for that.
No, that looked like 3 feet to me. What do I know? They've listened to their coach, though. Jane Woodlands-Thompson said if you're halfway or closer, go to the post. That's what they're doing.
Those offside being defence. Contact win.
Look at the work that the Magic are having to put in to make any progress.
Holding, goal defence.
Slightly more anxious Magic bench than they were in the first quarter. Look at penalty count.
Yeah, I think that's got to do with the umpiring ends. It may be a trend that we'll see in this game. Nottingham blowing the whistle a lot more often.
Oh, great defence off the centre pass by the Thunderbirds. Williams very lucky, off balance. Mikhail Watts called, so a big call for the Thunderbirds.
Oh, play of the day. That was beautiful. It's good positioning by Von Berto.
So the Thunderbirds well and truly back. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. And a chance to take the lead for the first time in the game.
Yeah, that's just been happening this entire second quarter. It's just killing the Magic. They need to do something about that, get their hands over the ball and get 2-on-1 perhaps in the circle.
It's a lightning quick release, isn't it, from Emily Beaton? Massive score in the second quarter, 15-6. Almost the exact opposite of the first.
Beautiful, strong drive from Bell. 9 from 11, good shooting stats. Yeah, Watts just not able to get free like she did in that first quarter. Bully doing a fine job on Van Dijk. There's 3 goals in this quarter, Van Dijk.
And that's thrown to the Thunderbirds. So, there we go, late in the first half.
Hard to believe. Borrego.
Oh, she is reigning in that rebound stakes.
Killing them in that area, isn't she?
Yep.
She's not shooting all that well. 15 from 22, but that's okay because she's probably got 6 rebounds. Got to give the Thunderbirds credit though. What a fight back. They look gone for all money.
Absolutely. Suddenly, the Magic trail by 3.
18 goals they have scored in this second quarter against the likes of Williams and De Bray. That's just phenomenal.
Time here for the Thunderbirds to add another. It's been a phenomenal quarter for them. There's the bomb. Oh, what a ball.
Goal counts.
I believe it might. That is half-time at Claudelands Arena. Let's go down to the sideline.
What happened to the Magic to make them surrender that 8-goal lead in the first quarter?
I think it's just our basics, catching the ball, including myself, and we're in the black team, not the pink.
Happy with the synergy between you and Liana this evening?
Yeah, it's better than last week, but we could probably pick up our communication.
What can the fans expect from the Magic in the second half, Casey?
It's going to be a different second half, and we're going to be winning.
Good luck.
Sweet.
Well, fighting talk from Casey Williams. It'll need to be a very different second half, because at halftime, it's the Thunderbirds leading the Magic 26-23. So half-time at Claudelands Arena, 26-23. And here come the teams returning. And Catherine, you can only imagine the chat that's been going on in those rooms.
Yeah, it'll be a different ball game here in this third quarter. It's such an important quarter. We saw that yesterday when the Vixens ran away with it. The same will happen here tonight. One of these teams is going to dominate, and then I imagine they'll go on with it. But it's still anyone's game, and I expect a better Magic side to come out in this quarter.
And some very learned faces in the crowd we've just seen. Former silver third, Leone Lever, Wai Tomonu, Richard Kahui even. I'm sure he's probably got a lot to offer. Certainly he knows all about big-time games, regardless of the sport. So 26-23, a marvellous turnaround by the Thunderbirds in that second phase of 15 minutes. As the players just go through a sort of a slow dance, really, isn't it?
I'm not sure they'd be dancing. I'd be more concerned about other things.
Will be Magic with the first pass of the second half. Magic away in the second half. They trail the Thunderbirds 23-26.
Hellman certainly lifted in that second quarter. Shut Watts completely out of the game. It's a good start for her in the third.
I think Watts surprised by the call. Good pressure.
And now team changes for either side heading into the third quarter.
Now Brago came forward. She was there.
The hand goes up. Casey Williams goes out. That's what this Magic side needs. Let's now hear from their coach. Nolly, what went wrong in that second quarter?
I just think they came out defensively very strong. We didn't get a lot of calls, and, you know, that's what happens. They wore us down, basically, and we didn't compete.
So what did you say to them at that break, Nolene, to get them back in the game?
Pretty much to stay true. You know, we've got a lot of good things that are happening, and we can't afford to go away from it too soon. We just got to take it.
Thanks for your time.
So, slow work here for the Magic at the beginning of the third quarter. Juliana Nautu plays ball girl. Well, they go back and take the penalty shot. And I think a little word of warning from Mandy Nottingham. So it's all happening. None of the players certainly seemed to know what was going on. Or not owning up to it anyway. So 2 goals, 24-26. Let's hear now from Jade Woodwards-Thompson. Jane, magnificent second quarter. What was the key?
Yeah, look, it took us a quarter to sort out what we wanted to do. It is quite a different game plan for us, so it really took us a while to settle in, but pleasingly we got the hang of it in the second quarter.
You've got to be happy with how those defenders responded when you changed the positions of Leighton and Bully, Jane.
Yeah, it was line ball. We thought that matchup was a good one for us last time, so yeah, you know, Beck's done a terrific job in holding Irene down a little bit, and Shani's doing a sterling job out front, so haven't played like that much during the year, but, you know, this is a final. You've got to do what you've got to do.
Thanks for your time.
You certainly do have to do what you have to do, and for one of these teams, you have to do it now. Because for one of them, there will be no more games this season. For the other, it will be off to Auckland in a week's time to face the Northern Mystics.
Guys, contact wing! Contact wing, advantage offside.
Bit of pressure on the edge of the circle from the Magic.
A lot of body work going on inside the circle.
Borrego just shoving Williams to one side.
She did. I don't think the umpire was in view of that.
Is that fair contesting?
No, it's not. But that's what defenders do. They try and position themselves in the right spot so the umpire can't see. Oh, shooters do it too, obviously.
She was a basketballer. And that's a twirl from Nauku.
Advantage obstruction, wing attack!
Borrego coming strongly between the two defenders. And nice from Bell on the baseline.
Yeah, she's putting some good moves back there at times.
Shooting nicely too, 12 from 14 for Erin Bell. Everyone running away from Kaya Watts.
Obstruction when defense.
Now Utu being forced into the game because Bully's got Van Dyke's measure at the moment. She's a lot shorter, but she just confuses the space, so her feeders are too scared to give it to her.
Oh, take Borrego. That ball for all money looked as though it was going out, and it followed up by another of those trademark rebounds.
She's killing them down there. They've got to get in position, try and block her out, because they shouldn't be giving her a second shot.
They're just going to have to do it again, the Magic. You can hear them just wanting clarification of what that call was.
Obstruction by defense. With the goal attack.
Going about her business as Erin Bell. Nothing too fancy, just there when needed. Leighton's just doing such a good job. She opens up at this stage now, Upu, but it's almost like a shadow.
So neither side giving an inch in this third quarter. The margin remains the same as it did at half-time. And Beaton having to wait.
So you get nervous every time Borrego gets the ball, wondering what she's going to do. Still going. Yeah, that's a poor ball from Beaton. The brain all over that one.
35 today, Liana de Brain. No guessing what she wants as a present. I wonder why Bell didn't shoot that. Not taken in the mid-court. That's a big mistake from the Magic. Good pressure from the Thunderbirds.
Helen doing a lot of work in attack for the Thunderbirds. They need to close her up.
There's one for the brain. Oh, but almost caught, not looking the Magic.
Yeah, good repositioning from Langman on the top. That's why he should always be in front.
Nice attack from Hallinan. This way, that way from Beaton. Williams like a missile.
He's in good form, Williams.
Although a couple of errors from her in that second quarter were costly. Great tussle. Umberto just about like a human backpack on that occasion. Remaining in the third quarter. Thunderbirds hanging on to that lead, 33-31.
Magic have scored 8 goals to this point. They scored 8 goals in the entire second quarter, so much better performance by them.
Fabulous shooting, Erin Bell.
Yeah, they're concentrating a lot on Borrego, so she's been forced into the action, but she's responding.
Van Dijk coming right out. Yeah, good hustle from Watts to secure that loose ball. Space at the back for Van Dijk, but Langman not choosing that direction. Cheeky. Big bully not realising what was going on. You've got to say she enjoys her netball, Juliana Nauku.
She's a very smart player, plays on instinct.
Centre contact. That is contact, centre and offside.
From Van Dijk. There's the family. Christy and Bianca Van Dijk. And they were on hand to watch the game in Tauranga between these two teams. Very different story tonight. Oh. Frustration for the Magic.
Yeah, it's better pressure on the outside from the Thunderbirds. No easy way in.
Bully called. So neither side able to press the advantage in this third quarter. And Annie, we've got a call.
Yep, I think Laura Langman has called it, and I think she may have rolled her ankle. She was just telling the umpire there that she did a wee roll, so they'll put a bit of ice on there, I'm sure.
You've got to hunt for some ball. You've got to go for some ball. We've got to compete.
And media partner Maureen in particular has been outstanding along with all the team's corporate partners. And Waikato Bay of Plenty Magic thank them most sincerely for their unwavering support.
She's rolling. You know those ones that are getting swung over here?
Yep.
You've got to compete over here because that's the thing that's actually opening us up. And I reckon that you can go over there and either batter it or do something there.
Yep.
Yeah? Stop watching. Better when you time that.
Best chance, first ball. Not every time, but yeah, good time. But we were actually giving it to the other team.
Back or something?
What I recommend, let's keep having a crack. Have a keep going back. Because you're chipping away at it. Pushing on it. Pushing on it.
So relatively calm moments in the Thunderbirds huddle, but more perhaps concern with the Magic.
Direct instructions from Tarua to Shadrock. Stop watching. It's pretty clear.
Yeah, go and get some ball.
Instruction. Both out.
We had no idea where that was. Brilliant pass.
They have a laugh. She did well to catch that ball. Shadrock is hunting.
Brago's doing a great job just coming forward. So they're just preventing that high ball.
So the Magic simply unable to breach this 2-goal gap. Yes, I had to wonder about the centre pass.
Pass check. So it's Thunderbirds pass. Thunderbirds pass.
Yep. That's correct.
Strong take, Borrego.
Just a little error when we came back from that timeout. So still the Magic defenders unable to get on top of this Thunderbird shooting circle. They hold on to this 3-goal lead. Now, textbook from Van Dijk. Drew volley up, then went back. Oh, good arms. She was told to go out and get some ball. And Elias Shadrock has helped the Magic pick up this one. But the Magic need to capitalise.
Certainly a positive for the Magic that they were able to bounce back after that very ordinary second quarter performance.
They desperately need to score here, the Magic.
And they should, 2-on-1.
Centre pass to come. Big moment for the Magic right at the end of the third quarter. Van Dijk waiting for Langman to get on that edge of that circle mode. Fighting away around Leighton. The Magic are back in it. The crowd rise. They've scored the last 3. Seconds remaining. 38 all. The crowd have come to play.
That's good defence by the Magic.
Carla Borrego has the final save of the third quarter. And the Thunderbirds take a narrow lead, 39-38.
So we're going to go through as sweeping the top, so there's that little bit more room at the top. Keep standing up straight, because as soon as one goes off onto S to sweep, it goes in, all right? Let's go. This quarter is all about trust and belief, okay? So have a good look at each other in the eye. We know we can do this. Yep, we do. All right, eye contact, we score our set of passes, we work damn hard to contest every ball, and then we score that off of that. Stand up.
She's got to do these piddly ones up there. Let her do the piddly ones. Because it will draw a shooter out and then the shooter's got to come out.
Ellie, what are you reckon about this? When I see, you know, how you're getting in a fight, I'll come off. You keep going.
Yeah. Got to take you lot. Scream at me when you think you're in trouble. Yeah?
Okay. Well, there's a very dedicated Magic fan, and I'm sure she, like the rest of those here at Clawman's Arena,
I think she did her makeup without the mirror, Jenny.
But look,
we've got a tight game on our hands. It's going to go down to the wire now. A lot more rebounds for the Thunderbirds, but that's Borrego picking up her misses. Intercepts a couple more to the Thunderbirds, but generally speaking, it's pretty even across the board. The shooting in that third quarter was incredible for the Magic, 15 for 15. The Thunderbirds shot 13, so it's game on.
The final quarter underway, and it's the last quarter of netball for one of these sides, 39-38. The Thunderbirds lead.
Manage obstruction, goal attack. Holding, wing defense.
Renee Hallinan called. Aoki finding herself in space.
Confidence now, Upu. She's certainly come of age.
The Magic will want to make a move, and they'll want to make it early.
There you go. Brilliant, Casey Williams.
Right on cue, Casey Williams. She hobbles away. Terrific pressure from Renee Hallinan. Classy defender. Oh, players almost stopping, waiting, no call. So, Thunderbirds come back.
She's really stood up. Erin Bell, 20 from 22, scoring as many as her counterpart. Borrego, 20 from 28.
So the Magic unable to score from that turnover. So that's one wasted opportunity.
Every ball is a contest.
Van Dijk just dropping that ball down. All. Interestingly enough, that was the three-quarter score in Melbourne last night between the Vixens and the Mystics. Really thinking about the big one in. After playing contesting, Erin Bell comes up with it.
Looking for a call from the umpire. There wasn't one forthcoming. Let's play on.
Until, in fact, it's one against her. herself. You can see the tension on the face of that fan. She is nailing them tonight, Erin Bell.
Both goal attacks are, in fact, it's fascinating because obviously both teams did their homework on the danger players, which are the goal shooters, so the goal attacks have had to come into the game and they are both responding.
Goal attack. Goal attack. Not wing attack, goal attack. That's it. Contact centre.
Bomberto feeling Langman was stepping in. And that was not the best pass in the world.
Wing defence, advantage offside. Contact centre. Goal attack.
Oh, there's a big call against Naruto. She can't believe it. So, they're going to have to work extra harder. Now, the Magic. This to give the Thunderbirds a 2-goal buffer.
Shadrock giving Bomberto a nice nudge, picked up by the umpire. Yeah, all the focus on the goal shooters at the moment, forcing the goal attacks to go to the post.
Steady she goes, Erin Bell. 23 from 25 for Bell.
Yeah, pity about the contact there. They stood their ground for a while, the Magic defenders.
Danger times now for the Magic. Thunderbirds on a roll. They've scored the last 3.
Wing defence, holding. Yes. Goal defence.
A lot of whistle going. I snuck through from beaten to Bomberto. Yeah.
Strong take for Rego was.
Strong hands because of her basketball background. Oh, God. Bit of frustration creeping in.
Erin Bell unfazed.
Oh.
Offside wing.
Lucky there. It was a very uncertain pass from Van Dyke.
On the court. Just there.
This is one of the vagaries of netball umpiring, isn't it? Because of the way the umpires control the game. You've got an umpire standing right by something happening but unable to call.
Oh, that was lucky for the Thunderbirds. Thought there may have been a bit of contact in there.
I'm sure the local fans thought so too. But another chance now for the Thunderbirds. Oh, by Williams.
That was sublime elevation.
And a good chase from Bomberto just to put the brakes on that.
Langman yelling at Watts, push it.
Hold goal defence, outside.
Naruto's suddenly realising she's got no defender behind her. There goes Williams again.
Look at that. Nothing wrong with that ankle.
She's high, all right. But they need more of that, the Magic. Halfway mark, 4th quarter. They trail by 2.
Oh, she takes such a strong ball, Brago. If it's too short, she goes strongly to it.
Contact in advance.
can't remember the last time Erin Bell missed.
She is shooting some terrific shots under immense pressure.
Casey Williams saying, well, I can't go in there and get that ball.
That is contact. Contact. Advantage offside. Goal defense contact.
Almost held ball. Quick hands, finds Van Dijk. Two goals in it. The Magic need a break. Nice regather by Von Berto.
Yeah, the Thunderbirds under all sorts of pressure to get it in. Terrific D by the Magic.
And Von Berto lifts it beautifully to Borrego.
That hurts you when you put the opposition under so much pressure, yet they still score.
That is obstruction, Winnie.
Oh, Beck pulling so nearly. She must have felt that ball on her fingertips.
Carla and Irene who?
That's right. The only shooters we can see are Juliana and Erin. Strong from Chandra, but she's won it. Is that the turnover? It's a long way to go yet. 4.5 minutes. And the big thing for the Magic is they've got to score off these turnovers.
Holding goal attack. Advantage contact goal attack. That is offside. Go in. Inside. Inside.
So this is a free pass inside the circle, a pass only.
That is contact.
In fact, no, it's not. It's out of court.
Hasn't got much ball all night, but she's got a few, and the time has mattered.
Look at the determination on her face.
Contact. Hold time. We attack. That's persistent. No more.
So there's a warning for Emily Beaton. Stands up and says, yes, ma'am. She's had a fine game, Beaton.
Obstruction. Goal defense.
The crowd sensing something here. The Magic have scored the last three. Toru is on her feet. 47 all. 3 minutes remaining. This crowd has got loud.
Defenders live for these moments. The Magic will be looking for something special here.
Yeah, that was casual from Williams. Because you know that Erin Bell is going to sink them.
Centre hole.
Ball on the edge of the circle. Every goal is like a small victory in this game.
Precision pass from Lehman.
They need one more. It's that woman again, Shamrock. And this is when they need cool heads. Tarua.
No one wants to make a mistake, so they're... Oh, Leighton. Almost.
Unlucky Leighton. This next goal is huge. Hallinan can't believe it.
Yeah, this is match winning. Still not there.
answered. The biggest shot of the match for Bell.
It's a miss. It's out.
Oh, this looks awkward for Langman. No, she's up. Nothing will keep her out of this game at this moment. There's less than a minute. You're going to talk about big goals. This is a big one.
Eating up the time, Van Dijk. Smart work.
The Magic in front. Centre pass to come. Tarua says, take it easy. They just have to hang on to the ball, surely. As the crowd wait for the whistle. It is all over in Broadlands. 49-48, the Magic have come back from the dead. For the Thunderbirds, the season is over. The crowd on their feet. Thunderbirds look shattered.
It's a magnificent fighting performance from the Magic. They were in chase mode for a lot of the second half of that game, but they were up for it with some brilliant individual efforts at different times.
Absolute jubilation on the face of Nolene Taurua. And look at that. When you think where this team has come from this season, and they just about dug themselves a grave in this game, Catherine.
Yeah, they certainly did, but it's a credit to them. There were players who really put in some big efforts, particularly in the second half of that game. Let's go to Anna Stanley. She's standing by with Laura Langman.
Well, Laura, congratulations. Talk me through the last 30 seconds of that match, because I was quivering where I was sitting.
Yeah, huge composure, and man, great turnover by the D. I think we were all really aware of the time, which was great, and we all wanted the ball, which is awesome.
Let's go back to the start of that game. You came out firing in that first quarter. Second quarter, down by 10. What went wrong?
Yeah, I just think we lost that drive into the ball and that ball speed. I think we got a bit hesitant and overcautious, but really great we could turn that around after half-time and just keep chipping away.
Home crowd, did that help here tonight?
Oh, certainly did, I think. It's fantastic playing here, and to have our full stadium pretty much awesome.
You must be immensely proud of the side. 10 straight wins on the trot. I guess the biggest question is, how long can you continue to keep winning?
Yeah, that's probably Powerball this week, but hey, we're taking 1 week as it comes. We've got to be guaranteed one more week, and that's what we're looking forward to.
So Mystics next week?
Yeah, that'll be another toughie, but this is why we play netball. We want to be in the final series, and we're up to the challenge.
Congratulations, Laura. Outstanding game, and good luck next week. Now over to Lavina, who is standing by with the captain of the Thunderbirds, Natalie Von Berto.
Nat, it has to be a case of the one that got away in the semi-final.
Oh, just so disappointing. We put everything we had out there. I'm so proud of the girls. Erin Bell played brilliantly. We all put as I said before, we put everything out there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
What was the plan heading into this match? Was it to shut down Irene and see what happens?
Oh, look, I think last time we played them, we let them run 2 free. So our plan today was to be right on them, make sure that we're contesting every ball, and I think we stuck to our game plan.
Still proud of the troops this evening?
Yeah, really proud of them. It's just a shattering way to go out of the finals, and we almost had it, but not quite good enough this year.
You played every team in the competition. Which team will win the grand final in 2012?
I reckon the Vixens.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Well, that's a tantalising prospect, isn't it? But it's still a long way away yet.
Look, you don't often lose games when you're shooting at 96%. That's an outstanding performance by both Van Dijk and Nauupu. Rebounds a lot more to the Thunderbirds, but that's because Borrego kept missing and rebounding her own ball. And the rest of that is pretty even. And look at that. Van Dijk, another 100% game in a semi-final. That's just incredible. And Nell too, strong contributor.
So there, some very disappointed Thunderbird supporters. But great that they're here as the Magic take a lap of honour. And so they too should applaud this crowd. They were another player, weren't they, the crowd?
They certainly held them in the end. And, you know, they just stood firm and they just took advantage of every opportunity. And isn't it a cruel game when Aaron Bell